Angel Heart Radio. I'm Annette McCoy, and as you can see, with me is Elaine Ann. We're delighted to be with you.
Lovely being here.
Now, today we're talking about numerology, as we always do each month with Elaine, and we would love you to take part. So, if you would like to go into the chat room, and I'm all over the place here, everybody. I've got no idea why something came up then. Now I'm in the right place, because I would like to be able to see your comments. Elaine Ann, you have done some work on the coming days, haven't you? So
yes.
If people specifically have birthdays or know that a new little bubby is coming in, and these days some people do know the actual day that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So if you're in that situation and you would like to have a little reading, guess what? Elaine's waiting and she wants to give you a reading. So
yes, I'm excited.
As we both are. We always have lots of fun, and it's amazing what the numbers do tell us. So, no, we sort of think, oh, yes, well, this is my birthday. So what, I've come in on this particular day, but the numbers are fascinating. So if you are joining us for the first time, a special big welcome. If you've been with us before and you've sort of thought, not sure about all of this, why not give it a go today? Let Elaine share what she knows about the numbers. Elaine, we're in the 20s now, which means that there's a lot of twos, aren't there?
Yeah.
Because we've got 2023 and then another one because we're in the 20s of the month.
So with the 2023, you've got the two twos, and the twos represent all about love unconditionally. But when you look at the 21st, then the 20 is saying passion. What do I want to do? It's saying open up to new things. Don't put things on hold. Now, then you look at the 23, and that is saying I want to work on me. And the 3 saying the communicator, have fun, let your hair down. I'm just getting messages that people are coming on. So the 2023 equals a 7. So the 7 is mastery of the soul. It's talking about being level-headed. It's asking what is my knowledge? What do I need to learn more about? Or it can mean don't procrastinate. And it is also expectations. Now, everyone has expectations, no matter who's on the planet. They have expectations of themselves, but if they have expectations of others, it makes it hard that that person has to fulfill what you desire, your expectations are. And then you're the one that ends up being a little bit flat because it didn't go the way you wanted. But the 3 is have fun, let your hair down. The 2 is all about romance. And romance. Some people would like a bit of romance if they're lonely. And then we look at the 7. The 7 is really strong. It's all about spirituality, but it's also looking after your well-being. So being in the 7 is like, I've got an ailment, I need to check it. It's like someone that's supposed to have their eyes checked or their ears checked or blood pressure or whatever. They need to go and get it checked. It's not saying that something's wrong. It's just being warned beforehand. You go and do it. Then you can see that it's not as bad as what you think it is. So health-wise, don't procrastinate, get a move on. Don't put things off with the procrastination. You may find stepping into, because it equals the 23 equals a 5, and that's change. Home, life. It can It can also mean to change things quickly. So you may decide to put your house up for sale, then decide, no, they're not, because the 7 comes in again saying, I'll procrastinate a little bit longer. But with the 5, it's level-headed. You've got that straight line across with the back of the 5, and then you've got the belly saying, I want to create, but how do I create all this new stuff coming in? I hope people are following me on that. And with the 5, it is stepping into the happiness of the unknown instead of using the fear word. So don't procrastinate, move forward with it. And it's about your violet flame. So it's all about your spirituality. It's about your lessons. It's all about what you believe in. And if you want to learn on the spiritual path, the path will open for you. If you want to learn a new job, the job will be there for you too. It's just saying, don't hold off, keep moving.
I'd like to welcome Arlene, who says,
hi, Arlene.
Hello, ladies and gents. So, yes, it would be lovely to know that we have some males in our audience, because most of the people who get on the chat are female. So come on, gents, put your best foot forward and say hello. Let us know that you're there. Now, Elaine, you were talking about 2, 3 being 5. That's at the end of 2023.
So then you add it all up, and then you get the 7.
Yes.
You get the 2 and the 2 and 3. The 0 is empowering the first 2, because it's saying we've got to move forward. You're going to feel sensitive. Everyone's feeling sensitive. If you really look at it, everybody is asking, why is things happening? Why is the politics, I don't go into that, but the politics stuff and everything like that. It's like we're trying to grab back what we desire to learn from it. We're learning from the past, but sometimes it's out of our hands.
Right.
But if your birthday's today, you're in a 2 personal year. But if your birthday, if the baby's coming in today, it will be resonating with a 20. So the 20 is all about passion, understanding, unconditional love. They're very analytical mind. So they're working on everything they touch. And they're very intuitive too. And the colour, and that's for today, the colour is orange, and the stone is moonstone. So if you're wearing a bit of moonstone, today's a good vibration for it. I know that sounds weird to some people. So tomorrow, if your birthday's tomorrow, Friday, get my days muddled up now. Every day is Saturday until Sunday comes around for me. Then we go into the 3 tomorrow, means I am the communicator. I need to communicate. They're very good showing people how happy things can be, but to them, they're very critical of themselves, which I agree. And the colour there is yellow, but it's a topaz is the stone. And the topaz can be yellow topaz, or it can be another colour, but whatever gels with you. Then we go into the 4 for Saturday. 4's all about grounding, organising everything. So if your birthday's on Saturday, you're going into a 4 year, which opens up new doors. So it's saying it could be working harder at things, or you could be looking at maybe building. So a child born on Saturday may be very good with starting at the bottom and working to the top. They'd be very good with their hands. Now, with the 5 on Sunday, the colour is green. So emerald or jade would be a good stone. Then we've got Sunday is blue, but Sunday is a 5, so that's freedom. So whoever's born on 5 day is all about drama. So there'll be good actresses or actors. Did I correctly say that? And the colour is blue, so it's all about the communication, getting that communication skill out. But it's also quick action movement. They can work with real estate. Now, if you're in a personal year 5 for Sunday, that is talking about travel, quick change movement, action. But it's also stepping into the happiness of the unknown. So it's moving forward and allowing yourself to move forward. But it could be changes of the heart as well, because the 5 is in the middle. The 2, 5 and 8 is in the middle. So it's saying I'm moving on my heart. I'm working to make things better. But sometimes with 5s, they have to lose their control over things emotionally. They've got to get their little fingers off the grip of everything. And then we go, Monday is the 6. 6 is the caregiver. So if you're in a 6 personal year, it's telling me I am going to be asked to do a lot more than I'm doing now. And it is an indigo colour, but the crystal for that is lapis. Okay, did I skip any? No. Oh, blue and turquoise is the colour for the crystal. Turquoise or aquamarine or something like that is for, yes. And then Monday is indigo colour, which is your higher thoughts. But it's saying your third eye, as everyone knows, it's your third eye. But it can be, what aren't I seeing? And the 6 is you're going to be dependent on a bit more than normal. But if the child is born on Monday coming, it could be my daughter. They're very caregiving. They love helping people. They're very creative with their thoughts, creative with their mind. So the other side to a 6 is anxiety, which all things are anxiety. Everything we do, we attach the anxiety side to it. Not everyone, but most of them. So, so lapis is a very good stone. It's from Egypt, I think, lapis, and it helps you to communicate more, protection as well. So if you're, so with the dates, like with the 20th, you're working through the 2, right? So the 2 is saying, I need to improve on my people around me. Where you get your 5 and it's saying, let people go that you don't desire in your life anymore. So there's an up and down. So with the 7, that's in everyone's birthday this year, the influence of the 7. But if you haven't had your birthday like me, haven't had your birthday yet, I'm still under the influence of 22.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Is there a difference? Now, we're talking about the 2s in the 20s all of this week. What happens then on the 2nd of May? Is that a different resonance?
Yes, because you've got the 2 and the 5 is 7. Yes. It becomes a 14. So you're working through the 1, meaning I'm opening, I'm seeing things, I'm bringing ideas in, and I've got to stand up and I'm looking at opening new doors. And then you've got your 4, which you're working through, which is 4 is all about building and changing things and maybe even looking at your work. All right. And then you've got your 7 for the 2023. So you're looking at 2023, where it's saying, get moving, stop procrastinating. It equals a 5. So the 5 is, again, changes. It is all about your spirituality as well, because it says changes. It's the spirit within we're working on.
Oh, there's a lot of information there.
I hope it's not boring. I was looking at the alphabet. I'm looking into the alphabet and what each letter, like your capital letter, what it says about the person.
Right.
And the R is reaching for the stars, and the round part of the R is talking about keeping having all those new ideas and getting them out there and showing people. It's the same as a P, where it's straight back, straight up and down. So above, so below. The R, the round part of the R, is the head space. So it's saying I'm full of knowledge. I need to do this and I need to do that. Then you've got the 2 V's in it as well. So, I'm just looking at it. I'm playing around with it. But I'm finding, like I have a brother, Roy, and he is into acting. And he's very creative with the words and showing people what, and it equals a 9. So it equals a 9 as in the headspace, and being compassionate and understanding with everyone. So, yeah. I'm looking at that side. So have we got any dates or anything?
Oh, Arlene might like to give us a date. Or somebody else might like to give us a date.
Yeah.
You were talking about travel on Sunday, and I find that interesting because, yes, I'm traveling across the world on Sunday.
You are. You're getting ready for it, and which would be fun.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. And it does mean changes of energy, changes of scenery as well. It does mean real estate, but it means, what am I doing in my real estate? What am I doing in my little school? I'm using my hands too much. That's my mum coming out in me. Thanks, Mum. I'll sit on my hands. But, yeah, the 5 is, see, with the day 5 that's coming up for the Sunday, you're working through the 12, the 1 and the 2 to get to the 3 for the day number. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more about you listening to your heart and using your head, but don't make up scenarios in the headspace. Don't think this is this and this is going to happen. Just say, okay, let's work together and work it out. It's talking about music, entertaining, having fun. All right. But the 2 saying, I'm a little bit sensitive with the energies around me. So, but they love, 2s are very good with their thought, their thinking. They can solve problems before they get too big with the number 2, and they are very analytical, so they analyze everything. So, but they're very good with their gut. They know what's right and wrong. And see, with the 7 this year, it's the truth seeker. The universal number 7 is talking about truth. And it's saying, I need to know the truth. And that's why things are happening the way they're happening around everyone. So, and we'll be more intuitive to take our own views on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So it's important that we are as authentic as we can be. So really listening to our own selves and stepping into our own power.
Yes, correct. So sometimes when you can have a negative side where the two can be very sensitive, or they can always worrying about, am I doing things right? All right. So it's, and then you've got your 3 that needs more confidence in themselves through speaking or showing, instead of wearing a smile on their face all the time, they've got to have a look at what the thoughts are and how to change them. With the 4, it's all about, I'm worried, I need to have my job done 110%, right? Because they're probably the people that leave, the last person to leave work and turn the lights out, because they need to know everything's organised. And then with your 5, it's like, okay, I'm the balancer. I will work hard and I'll get this and I'll do this and I'll do that. But with the 5, it says they seem to attract drama. That's the negative side. But the drama's not always theirs. They take it on board as though it's theirs. They may be a little bit negative in thought space, but then they'll turn it around and say, well, I can see it like this. But they have to learn to lose the grip or hold on things that they don't desire anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't, it blocks your energy.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned drama, because it's up to us. Okay, we can all have drama in our lives. The thing is it my drama? Is it my concern?
Yeah.
And we can be sounding boards for people. It doesn't mean that we have to get involved.
That's right. That's true. Yeah, and that is whatever. Say like you've woken up in a fantastic mood and your partner or your friends you're going to meet are really down. There goes my hands. Down with everything. Well, that is saying, do I take this on and do I join that energy? Just be yourself. And I look at it now as that's okay. That's what they're in. They're not kicking off their gumboots to step into the new or feel any better. Some people, and I'm not being disrespectful, but some people like the drama. Right? It's like when I did a house clearing once with my girlfriend. I went to a place in the country and I did a house clearing, and they had an energy they didn't want there anymore. So I cleansed the house. The energy had gone. And what had happened was 2 weeks later, they rang me and said, oh, they're back. And I said, did you ask them back? And they said, yeah. And I said, well, you don't want to get rid of a thing, do you? Because they missed, it was like they missed the drama. They missed the talking about it. You know, they had nothing to talk about once the energy was gone, which is understandable. But you invite energies in, so you have to be very careful who you invite on the spiritual sense. It's like the capital A is like the shape of the house, the rooftop. So it means security, right? And there's a line above, so below. So working with spirit. But it's saying it draws the line to any negativities. So if you're like my daughter-in-law is Andrea, so I know she's really, with her name, she's really strong. She's a strong character, but she has 5s in her birthday for the 15th of May. So that tells me she can have a bit of drama around her, but when she really sits and looks at it, she finds it's not as bad as I thought it was. Because the brain keeps going.
Yes, the monkey chatter.
Oh, yes. It's ridiculous sometimes. But see, with numerology, I know a lot of people aren't into it, but it's so interesting. Like I said before, my twin, she was born the first 15, so I've been told, the first 15 minutes before 7, and I was born dead on 7. So I'm past 7. Her and I have different characteristics. See, we're born the same birthday, but because she was born, I think it was 3 minutes to 7, and I was born at 7. So that makes it a different. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I was told. That's why she's got different path life, and same path life, but different zodiac planets. I love your friend you have on.
Janet Cox.
Yeah, I must ask her if that's true.
Right. Well,
because I find that interesting.
Yeah, an astrological reading is more accurate when you know the time of birth. My mum always said to me, I don't know, sometime after 7. Well, so God bless her. Sometime between 7 and 7:30. So I tend to say 7:25 because that's around the time that my son was born. So fascinating, but there's a big difference. Yes, there's a difference between if I said 7 a.m. and 7:30 with an astrological reading.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So when I was told that, I thought, wow, that would explain why Dawn is on her journey and I'm on mine, and we're both at opposite ends, right? Where she loves all the animals around her. Nothing wrong with that, don't get me wrong. She has a different lifestyle to me, but she's an amazing lady as well. So we have the same gestures and facial expressions and everything. But that's because people, when we were younger, because we were twins, they treated us the same. And we weren't.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Mum used to dress us identical.
Sorry?
Because Mum used to dress us exactly the same and no one could tell us apart. So, yeah, it's amazing, twins, the connection they have on the spiritual side, or meant on that connection from out there, and you can have it with a close sister or brother too.
That's right. Yes, it doesn't have to be a twin.
No.
My boys had lots of fun, especially when I was overseas, and one would get on the phone and they'd swap over. And, of course, in those days there wasn't FaceTime. And so I'd think I was talking to A and I was really talking to B.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad always said, is this Lainey or Dawny? It's Elaine. Oh, yeah. And we would start chatting. Yeah. It was funny because we sound exactly the same, our voice, everything. So, except our brain's different. Or our astrology. Yeah, you know that word. So, I just find with numbers they open doors, and see, like, people give me their time of date or their date, their time. I don't work with the time. I just work with the birth date.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Because I'm not into. They may be just snuggling in because of the rain coming.
Yes. Who knows?
Or they might be just having a chit-chat with someone.
That's right.
Like this year, people are learning different skills. Like I'm thinking, I'm saving up to do a course, and that is the influence of the 7 as well, is learning new things. And it's about being positive, and you can't be positive every day, but just positive that you can change your thought form from a negative to a positive. And it's called BARS, and it's BARS. And if anyone wants to go and check it out, I'm not saying they have to learn it, but if they want to look it up, look for Dr. Dane Deer, D-E-E-R, I think. And it's more about living for the person you are and not about others. It's about you, and it's all about what you've created to be the pleaser and things, to detach from all that as well. So, yeah, I'm saving up to do a course, so we'll see what happens.
Well done. Yes, I know other people who've done bars.
Yes. And I love it. I just love, like I've done a lot of modalities, as in like a Reiki master. I've been, what is it called? NLP. Is it NLP? Yeah.
Yeah.
NLP. I've done a Bowen, but I didn't finish the course on Bowen. I know the general movements.
Right.
But this I felt I'm really connected with. And I've done a couple. I've done 3 with Farah. And I just found it just resonated with me, because you know how you're being brought up, and sometimes you can have, excuse me, the negativity of someone's dialogue. So and you could be married, or you could have a boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever that has that spill, and you get into that move. I'm not saying my husband's bad, don't get me wrong. It's just that sometimes I see a different way of looking at things too. And I change it. I change the thought form. Like it's been beautiful, warm weather here in Victoria, Melbourne, and now it's raining. So I love the smell of the rain. But in the sunshine, I love the sunshine because it warms all my bones up.
Well, that's true. I smile because I could have watered in the last couple of days because it's been very, very warm. And anyway, then this morning I thought, well, yes, plants, you do deserve some water. And now they're getting another dose, which is very good.
Yeah. I'm not a plant person, but I've been buying a few. And my husband's taken over looking after them because I kill them. I don't mean to. I just overwater them with love.
Right. Yes, I tend
I'm having a coffee. You have a drink too.
And then we wonder why they're not looking their best.
Yeah, true.
Well, I found it interesting this morning because I haven't watered my garden for quite some time. And yet the plants, I thought, was I overwatering them at one stage, because they were looking very good this morning, given that I hadn't watered them in a while. So granted, yes, we have had a little bit of rain, but we've also had the sunshine, and that can dry out the soil very quickly.
Yeah, it can. My daughter gave me some orchids. They were only little baby, and I just loved them. And now, like, there was only about 3 on the stem. Now it's about this high, and we have about 30 flowers that come out.
Oh, really? Oh, my goodness.
Come out in the winter. So, and we've nurtured them. They're in a good spot, and it's really lovely. It's growing. So we've repotted it because it was in a smaller pot. So now we have to get a bigger pot because it's just getting too big for the pot that it's in now. and it's supposed to be self-watering, but it seems dry all the time. So, yeah. So, no one's come on?
No, we might be given an early exit today, Elaine.
Yes, I think so. I think so too.
See, the universe. It's it's wonderful how it looks after us. I could certainly wax lyrical about that. But sometimes I believe, because I used to get really concerned about and probably force things to happen, whereas now I learn, oh, well, no, we just let it happen.
Yeah.
And this
go
morning,
with the flow.
Yes, that's exactly right. Go with the lot. Let go and trust, which is what I spoke about a couple of weeks ago. And and then last week, Marnie and I were saying, let go and trust. It really works. And
it does.
A friend was going to call in this morning. We were swapping over. She has some clothes that I'm taking into the homeless tonight, and I had bedding that she needs because she's having visitors. And so it worked out really, really well. I was expecting her. She messaged me and said, I'm running later than normal. I'll be there this afternoon. And I said, well, I won't be, but however, you can pick the stuff up, no drama. Anyway, because I'm going away, she decided that no, she just had to see me before I go away. So she made it, and it was perfect timing. It was just before I had to get organised here. And so we were able to give each other a big hug and swap the stuff. And I thought, there you go. I mean, I could have got into all sorts of drama, if you like, about, it's not working out, da.
Yeah.
Didn't have to at all.
And
Universe had it under control.
Yeah, I was listening to Dr. Dane this morning, and he was talking about when you wake up and you're feeling, say, who does this belong to?
Yes.
All right? It's not yours. It's you're opening the day to something else, and it mightn't even be your stuff. So you hop out of bed and you say, who does this belong to? And then you say that 3 or 4 times a day. And that's what I find. You don't have to, like, I can listen to him while I'm doing things, and they'll find, that's it.
Right.
I feel connected, So that's what I've been doing. And this morning was just, as you know, I've been sitting unpicking things I've been doing. So, and I just enjoying life at the moment, where before it was up and down. Now, because I've let go. I let go of the situation. I suppose it's like when you're a mum and you're got to go to work because of the interest rates or whatever for your home, and you worry about, what about this and what about that? If you just say, okay, I'm just going to go with the flow. And I know people say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You haven't had, I've had children. I had a shift worker. I had to work out, if I go to work, all those negative thoughts came in. What if Rod can't be there to look after him? What if Sona, every time, because I let go, I got a job straight away to start the following week. And then my kids were at school, and nothing. I was never called to the school. And if anyone had to look after, my husband was either his shift has changed or something. So it always worked out. And that's when I realised you have to let go. You have to get your grip off things and say, it's okay. It's okay to step into the happiness of the unknown.
Well, that's right. And to know, okay, what can I do? What do I need to do about this? What can I do about it? When do I need to act? Because you were talking before about sitting on your hands, right? Now, if I chose to sit on my hands and go, there's a fine line between, like, I need a lift to the airport on Sunday, and I know I'm going to get one, and I could push the panic button, so to speak, and ring around, and I can do that to a point. But on the other hand, I also know that there's going to be a very simple answer.
There will be.
Yes.
Because you put that there. You've said, okay, well, I'm going with the flow, I'm not stressing. And even like money, people worrying so much about money, the more you worry about the money, the more blocked you become. So you're saying, I haven't got enough, I haven't got enough. Yes, you have got enough. It's just you're blocking the new ideas to come in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can vouch for that, because I used to, without realizing, I'd be holding on with tight fists. That's not the way to create money. It's about having an open palm, and it's not just money. Money can come in lots of forms. Money can come in cash, but also money can come in because people say, oh, here's a bag of clothes I don't need.
Yeah.
And they happen to be my size. Or you know, oh, these shoes don't quite fit me. What are they? Are they good for you?
Yep.
So to open up our eyes and think, like, and the same with sharing vegetables. People who have veggie gardens, absolutely
love the
delighted.
veggie.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah.
And they share their wares. Or I went, if I need carrots, and the cheapest way to buy them is in a large bag, and yet I'm not going to get through all of those. I delight in being able to say, would you like some carrots? Especially in winter when the soup being made or whatever.
Yes.
Roast carrots, let's face it, they're absolutely
delightful. I love roast carrot.
So it's about what can I do? And yes, sharing things around. Wonderful.
Yes, I agree. And see, when I find that the more I hold on, because I have a 5 in my birthday, or 2 5s actually.
2 5s this year, or 2 5s?
2 5s in my year I was born. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it's, don't tell anyone how old I am. So then it was learning. You're playing drama here. Stop playing drama. I was dramatizing everything. And I'm so pedantic, you know, especially with my spiritual work. If I'm not getting anything, I won't say I'm getting that. Do you know what I mean? So it's more about me being who I am instead of people trying to change me. And with the spiritual work, I'm not going to tell people I'm getting this and this and this and I'm not getting it. I would say, no, I'm not getting that, but this is what I've got. Right. And sometimes, especially when I'm doing the 10-minute readings around the place, I can tune in and get everything, but I don't hype myself up before I get there. What if this happens? What if that happens? Now let go and say, I trust, and I go on my merry way, and I have so much fun. Mm-hmm. It is fun, and I love it. And you know, people say, oh, I've got to. My dad's words were, you've got to work really hard. No, you don't. I know people look at me and think I'm strange, but if you look at it really, what is your passion? There's no right and wrong. There's no right and wrong. If you're doing a job and you don't like it, see, I went from one job where I was called a pixie photo lady to a barista. So it all changes.
Right.
And that's what it's about.
Now, Christine has popped in. Christine, if you would like a reading for today, what do you need, Elaine Ann?
her birth date, as in the day and month.
All right.
So I need her day, the month of her birth, and then I'll work out what the 7 equals with it. And then I'll be able to tell her, because she could be under still the influence of a 22.
Okay, March the 9th. So 9, 3.
The 9th of the 3rd, isn't it? Yep. With the 7, that's 19. She's in a 10-1. So with her, she's looking at opening brand new doors, standing tall. But what I with Christine, I feel she needs to communicate. She has the communication skill with her. Mm-hmm. So administration, or being that person that people can rely on. The 9 is compassionate and understanding. See, and with her, we're in the 4th month, aren't we?
Yes.
Or near the end. So she's in a 5 month. So even though we're in the 4th, just follow me this. So she's building blocks and working hard on things to help. Say she may be building on a house or real estate or anything like that, because 4 and 5 is all about building blocks, and the 5 is all about the home. So she could be looking at, even though we're at the end of the month, brand new doors are opening around her home, having new ideas, painting, changing clothing, furniture. So there will be a lot of changes. Then we go into May. So May is the 5th month, and she goes, so May is letting go of family issues or female issues. Now it's working with work colleagues. It's work colleagues if she's working, family, girlfriends, socialising, having people around for the family. But the 5 is saying, because it's the 5th month, I need my freedom, because she's going to be downloaded, if that sounds correct. People are going to expect a bit more from her this month. All right?
Going into May.
In May. Mm-hmm. So then she's got to look at the 1 year, meaning all brand new beginnings, all like opening new doors all around her. But it's standing in her courage. It means baby as well, brand new beginnings. So if she's young enough to have a child, or whatever age she is, and she can have a child, the child will be there.
Mm.
And then we'll go another month. So the 6th month, she'll be looking at new beginnings, as in learning, because she'll be in a 7. Her personal month will be a 7, even though we're in the 6th. And it's talking about family, friends, organisations, being there, but it's also saying the 7 is being level-headed with everything. All right? So if the 1 is red, so that's her colour for the year.
Right.
All right. So it could be a ruby stone or red coral, anything to do with red, because that's her grounding. That's what she needs to be grounded. Mm-hmm. All right. But it can be
red's all about grounding. Red's all about grounding, isn't it? Because it's a base chakra.
Base chakra. Yeah. I was looking at other books I have, and some of them have different ways, but their way is talking about the name. Your name has like an E is a 5 and the L's a 3, right? So with Elaine, the E's the 5. That's the most important. Any vowels in your name, like Christine would be C and the I.
The E and the I. Christine saying, thank you so much.
Oh, I hope she enjoyed it. I hope it sounded all right.
Now, if Christine or anyone else wanted to reach out to you, Elaine Ann, Facebook?
Yes, Elaine Ann, A-N-N. They can get me on Facebook. And if they message me, I've had a few messages, and when I've written back, no one's got back to me. So I've done what I do at my end. If they don't get back to me, that's their choice. But if there's also my phone number, which I won't give out on, but if they message me on Facebook, on Elaine Ann, I will get back to them.
Right. Very good. Christine saying Anne with an E is her middle name.
So the A, strong, very strong. The double N, one, the A is 1, meaning I stand tall, I own things, but it's using the heavens and the earth. So when she moves, she moves. The double N and the E equal 15 because they're 5 each. So the N is a 5 and the E is a 5. So that equals 15 plus the 1 is 16. So equals a 7. But she's working through the 1, meaning opening new doors, allowing herself to step into things, the opportunities that come her way instead of saying, no, I'm not doing that. The 6 is, again, family, but being very creative, with everything she does. What are those ladies that do the wedding planners and all that type of stuff? Because she's creative, it could be she's very creative with arts or music or anything like that. And then you get your 7, meaning I'm always looking for knowledge. I'm searching for the truth. And see, I haven't got that extra 5. I've just got A-double-N after my nana. So, yeah, it's amazing how things work.
Fantastic. Well, Christine, thank you for joining us. Everybody
yes, thank you, Christine.
Chosen to join us, thank you very, very much. We appreciate the fact that you have joined us today. Now, Elaine, as we've mentioned before, I'm heading off for a month's holiday experiences overseas, which will be lovely.
I think it'd be great. Yeah.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to it. Which means that, and Janet Hickox is away next week as well. So to our audience, have a look at the videos that are on Angel Heart Radio Facebook page or on YouTube. Treat yourself and have a look at who you would like to listen to. The week after, Annette and Marnie will be here. And then there's another week where you can choose what to do yourself. And then the following week, Annette and Elaine Ann will be on.
Yes.
And then Janet joins Annette just before I get back. So there's
I wish you a beautiful holiday.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, I'm very excited. Very, very excited. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Elaine. And it's always a pleasure to be with you and to learn a bit more about our wonderful numerology, that our numbers are so special and specific to ourselves. Yeah.
Thank you for having me again. And look forward to Annette next month.
Yes. My goodness me. All right, everybody, let's put our best foot forward. Let's share the love, share the fun, and make sure that we enjoy every day. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. See you later.